be upside down. Upside down is beautiful. You know, it's a switching of perspective, not just in an asana, in life. Okay, so I like to think about, I told you already this in practice, but I like to think about the practice that is more than just here, this space, un tapete, and playing with warriors, playing with inversions, playing with that. Practice evolves a lot of things, see? So right now, we're gonna feel a little bit of the practice that I really enjoy a lot, that it's asana, okay? So vamos a sentir un poquito de asana, that it's movement with the body, and trying to move completely a lot of the muscles. We're gonna actually feel all of the muscles activated. I like to think, or I feel that in the case of inversions, every part of yourself needs to be involved. There's no way that I can teach you to play in your hands if you're not here, if you're not activating everything. It's not, I was talking with a few of you this morning after the practice. Muscles are not isolated, okay? Tú no puedes only working my arms, it's not only working the arms, okay? So I like to think that if I'm going to use my arms more, also my core is gonna be. So core is fundamental. It's fundamental for these practices. Core is the base of every movement out there, especially walking, see? So we're gonna feel the core today. Yesterday, in the first opportunity that we have to practice in the afternoon, we did feel a little bit of pelvic floor activation and a little bit of core engagement. Today, we're gonna continue feeling that. I know that, especially on women, the energy works like this, see? Because of the hormones. Entonces, some days I do find myself with more active, with more like energy to work the drills completely. Some other days I don't, and that's okay. So if today you feel like I just want to take an attention on the drills and maybe do one of them, maybe two of them, maybe three of them, it's okay. Don't feel the pressure to do anything that doesn't feel good for your body today. What I'm going to show you today is the way that I prepare my body to go into inversions. I've been practicing since I'm 18. That was many years ago. So my journey on movement started when I was 4. I start with ballet, and then I switched to contemporary dance. Then I stop and come back in for it's like Mexican dance, folklore mexicano. So I was using like these huge dresses. So dancing was the first activation that I have in my body. Then when I was maybe like at 9, I get into gymnastics. So flexibility comes from there, okay? The body has memory. So people say, it's just the yoga. No, it's not just the yoga. In my personal practices, I do yoga, I dance, I go to Pilates, I teach Pilates also, and I go to the gym. So strength doesn't come only for doing asana. That's what I learned. I noticed that I start making more active postures and more challenging postures as I start working on my strength. So for me, the journey, it could take you forever to be able to play in the hands if you don't add a little bit of a spice it up, to spice it up. But to tell you the truth, it's not gonna come only with asana, no va a venir solamente con yoga. It's gonna come only with yoga if you have very active practices like Ashtanga, like power yoga, that give you the strength. But if you don't practice like that, you can be practicing 20 years and nothing will change. So for me, I like as a warm up for inversions to do a little bit of functional training. So we're gonna work out a little bit. And then you're gonna say, why are we working out like this if we want to play in the hands? There's no way that I can go into handstand if I don't work out my feet, for example. In inversions, there's something that I like to divide it in 3, okay? So everybody has access to inversion. Easy inversions, medium inversions, and hard or more active inversions. So we're gonna feel these 3 kind of inversions. So everybody has at least one of the benefits for inversion. Inversioning, it used to think the ancestral yogis that this is the secret of eternal youth and happiness. Okay? It's not like, oh, so holistic, so magically. I think it has more to be with science. Okay? So, normally my head is here and my feet is down. When we switch, we help the lymphatic system to have better circulation. So the blood circulation process becomes more efficient. Immediately that's translated as better health. It's not like, oh, you look so young. It's because the regeneration of the cells happen to appear more quickly because we're helping the circulatory system to do this. Entonces estamos haciendo esto. So this is why inversions are so beneficial. Also gives you way more energy. Also gives you, if you have like headaches, for example, it reduces the pressure in the brain. It's magical, okay? The inversions are beautiful, but they take time to do, and take time and patience to do. I noticed, for example, that some days I can go full into a handstand without warm up. Some other days I could be warming up, not happening. What's wrong? It's okay. I learned now to accept that my body is different and feels different every time. Especially women's, like I said, we have 4 cycles in the body running in 1 month. See? The only one that we can see is the period, the blood, because we bleed it. We can actually see it. But there's 3 other phases in my body that is happening that get me to feel like this. So when I start to understand that, I notice that, yes, I show up for my practice every day, but I'm not gonna practice the same every day. So if today practice means I'm gonna be seated here doing breathwork and meditation, if tomorrow practice says shake it fast and do it and bob your heart, good. So what I'm saying is don't avoid the practice just because you don't feel energized and optimal to do it. There's a lot of things to take from the practice: meditation, breathwork, asana, even just contemplation. See? So learning to see it, we can have more beneficial practices for our body. So we're gonna start finding a very light inversion that is very beneficial, especially on days that I've been walking a lot. Maybe on days that I feel that my feet are swollen. So this is a very beneficial posture for you. We're gonna start with Viparita Karani. So we're gonna start laying down in the back. Empezamos recostados. Anyone needs a strap right now? ¿Alguien necesita una strap?
I'd like a strap.
Anyone else like a strap? We're gonna keep the legs up. Vamos a mantener las piernas arriba. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 5. Who has this one? This one is yours. Anyone else that has a strap? 2, 3, 4. Okay, who else? Strap?
Gracias.
Is lady? A strap? Yes. Strap. Strap. Anyone else that was missing a strap? You uno? One?
No, me.
Uno? Dos. Okay. We vamos a start. 1. Okay. It's important for me to mention when we start giving ourselves this activation in the drills that we're only gonna have time to do these drills once, okay? But these rounds of drills, think about it as 4 times. ¿Sí? Lo vamos a tener que hacer 4 veces to start creating this strength. But today, I have 1 hour, so we're just gonna do 1 round of them. Just 1. We're gonna start finding Viparita Karani, finding a 90-degree position with your legs. The heels wants to find a line in between heels, knees, and hip flexor. See? You are gonna extend your arms into the side. Maybe you're using your strap to help yourself to keep the legs completely up into 90-degree position. Notice also the effort of the core, the effort of the hip flexor to keep the legs sustained up. So we're gonna hold it for a few breathings in here. This posture is also very beneficial when you have lower back pain, dolor de espalda baja, and it also helps you to decompress a little bit of the pressure in between the vertebrae. But try to keep yourself breathing in here at least for 8 more breaths.
Sometimes my lower back will arch. Should I do like pushing the lower back?
No, natural curve of the back. Natural curve of your back. Allow it to be like that. Don't
Natural
put it
curve.
in natural, yeah. Keep finding that sensation for 3 more breaths. On these kind of postures, especially when I'm pulling the strap, I try to avoid making efforts with my upper body. The tension is behind of the legs in the hamstrings. One more breath here. And relaxing little by little your ankles. Relaja tus tobillos. Move them around. And send the feet down little by little. Press your feet now into the earth, bending the knees. Don't push the effort right now. Bien. Anyone in here that feel pressure, especially on the neck vertebrae? No? Okay, making sure that on these inversions where I'm coming with weight in my upper body, I avoid moving my neck side to side. I only gaze up. See? I avoid moving my neck like this. Bien.
I broke my neck 12 years ago. So
You feel pressure?
no,
No.
but just keep an eye on me.
Okay, see. Thank you for letting me know. Bien. Second activation in here. We're gonna stretch the legs. You can stay just with the strap, okay? Stretch your legs. Inhala. Exhala, bend your knees. And try to float your legs this time. We're gonna think about aligning between knees and heels. Stretch your arms. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, stretch that right leg forward. Pull it in. Switch it out. Cámbiala. Eso. Try to set up into 45-degree position. Give me 10 of those. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Stretch your legs high. Arriba las piernas. Okay, my fingers want to touch my toes. We already feel this before. Arriba. 1. 2. Lay down and active. Okay, I'm not here. I'm here. Dos. Down, down, down. Arriba. Left, 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 left.
Up and down.
Oh, okay. Give me 10 of those. Arriba. Don't use the strap this time. Use your core. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10, and I rest. Descansa. The first activation in the core was here. Anyone that is feeling uncomfortable in the neck? No? Bien, we continue then. Already we feel this yesterday also. Hands in the thighs. Manos hacia los muslos. Open the space between your legs a little bit. Inhalo. Inhale. Exhalo. Arriba. Slide up. Arriba. 1. Going down. 2. Going up. 3. Going up. 4. 5. Beautiful. Keep finding that core. 6, 7, 8, 9, feeling one more. 10. Rest it out. Descansa. Bien. When you find yourself ready, stretch your legs out. Bien. Tratamos de llevar los pies a punta this time. I point my toes. Send that right down. Lift it up. Left. Right. Left. Right. Left. Right. Left. Right. Left. Last 5. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Bending the knees, relaxing it. Adjust the pelvis. Send your legs on table. Vas a mandar tus piernas a una mesa. Inhala. Inhale, exhala, eleva el torso. Elevate the torso. 1. 3. 4. 5. You can use exhalations by your mouth. 7. 8. 9. 10. Rest it out. Descansa. Bien. Leaving the feet open. Abre tus pies. If I need to decompress my spine, I can come into windshield wipers, okay? If I don't, I'm going to use the block. Voy a utilizar el bloque. Extend your legs. Stretch yourself, take a deep breath. Catch your block with both of your hands. Vamos hacia arriba, coming all the way up. 1. 2. 3. 4. Arriba, arriba, arriba. 5. Buenos días. Good morning. 6. 7. 8. You got it. You got it. 9. One more. 10. Leave it here. We practiced this yesterday, okay?
Yes, sir.
Hip and core strength. Entonces, if I have something, access to something like this, add them, ¿sí? Siempre podemos utilizar extra support to create more strength. I like to use tiny because you think, oh, it's so tiny. Baby, try it. ¿Sí? Entonces, dejo mi bloque aquí. It could be this high or this high. Hip flexor and core. Try to keep the spine straight. Arriba. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Float your leg. 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I rest. Aquí, the tights. Sometimes what happens is that we're putting more engagement in the tights. So it's literally like saying to the brain, send the activation to the core and the hip flexor. We have to program it. Porque si no, lo lleva al muslo. And try to not to tighten. No lo aprietes. ¿Ok? Entonces, de aquí. Block here, in the center of the feet. ¿Sí? The first option is bending knees. ¿Sí? Bending knees. Second option?
We do.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Give me one more. Sitting down. Okay. The core is awakened. Okay. Entonces, siguiente. Second. Okay. First option. I'm here. And I'm just gonna do this. First option. Aquí. Second option. Open. ¿Sí? Tal vez flexiono, maybe I flex, maybe I left. Eso, 1, 2, 3. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. 9, 8. You got it. You got it. 7. Keep breathing. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ah.
Oh my God.
I see. Ah, the core is awake. See?
The core
A
is
good
engaged.
way to work the
You're
core
a shot.
without crunching. Good way, okay? Send the weight to the back, then we're here. Tres, dos, one more. Rest. Whew. We're gonna switch left leg, okay? Flex your knees, leave the head high. Eleva la cadera. Left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rest it out. Bien. How we feel?
Mm.
Okay. Core awake. Core is not the same that pelvic floor. Okay? No es lo mismo. Pelvic floor is the one helping me to avoid that I'm peeing myself. ¿Sí? Entonces aprieto. Why do we want to work the pelvic floor? In a young state of our lives. So when I get into elderly, I don't pee myself. It happens sometimes when you have babies that you lose a lot of the connection in between your core and your body and your tus esfínteres, okay? What keeps you to hold it. It's a whole dimension new world when you have a baby, okay? Sometimes it happens and we don't talk about it because it's like, oh, why? What's happening? We sneeze? Pee. Why? O sea, ¿mande? Because we're not engaged in the pelvic floor. See, but normally it happens after that you like lose that capacity of connection. So we have to work the pelvic floor, yes or yes. See? How to start to work the pelvic floor? Trying to lift from the ground without using the hands. So we're gonna start like this. Vamos a empezar aquí. A little, tiny. If this is not happening yet, I'm gonna use my hands, okay? If this is happening, arriba, see? I wanna see 5. What about 5? The men also need it. The men also need it.
So, question.
Sí.
So I can do it, but then my knees like feel like Rice Krispie treats.
So to start working pelvic floor, in your case, you can use blocks like this. Watch out with your neck, okay, babe? With these ones. You can start working here. After that, you finish the first 5. Find again a comfortable seated position, okay? Finish your 5. If I tend to notice that I'm not lifting anything, I can start with blocks, okay? Puedo sujetar los bloques, and I'm gonna start just by pushing. My suggestion, if you're gonna use the blocks, avoid these ones. Use firm, because you don't want to put the press here. Entonces tienen que ser bloques de madera. Okay, we don't have them in here, I'm sorry. So we're gonna use this one. So we're gonna start, see? We're not doing the exercise, I'm just showing an example, okay? Entonces puedo empezar aquí. Yo alargo, I elongate my spine, take a deep inhale. This is a good exercise for working pelvic floor. 1, 2, 3, you don't try, 4, 5, 6. See, this could be also a good pelvic floor engagement, not just rolling and coming up. But if it's happening that you're coming up, que estás llegando arriba, the first step is gonna be this one. I'm not sure why it's calling this one. So the first step is left them up. ¿Sí? Ya lo hicimos. Primero aquí. This is a step number 1. ¿Sí? And I come up. At least 5. See? I want to see. Lift into plank. Yes. 5. 4. From rolling to maybe lifting to maybe planking. Stay in there. Watch out. Okay. Finish the 5. Terminaron los 5. We finish 5. As we finish the 5, we meet the plank, okay? Entonces estamos en plancha. Basic posture to find balances. Plank. Basic, very necessary if you want to start playing in your hands, okay? Entonces, I want to see you planking, so I can give you corrections in here. Vamos hacia la plancha. Maybe you don't push it hard, okay? Try to roll the fingers to the front. Yes. And try to spread a little bit more of your fingers apart. Yeah. Bien. Coming down. Relaja la plancha. Relax the plank. Knees down. Who is feeling it strong in the lower back area when you plank? No one?
Yeah.
See? Okay, what happened in the plank sometimes? Plank normally happens, I tend to see planks like this. It's not good for your body, it's not good for the lower back, and it's not good for anything. Entonces, we don't want that the planks looks like this. My slide is not like this. No quiero estar aquí. If I'm thinking about, I want to come and play in my hands, I want to be able to do a handstand, that is the goal. I'm going to think about engaging in the plank. So for doing into an inversion, for getting into an inversion as active as a handstand, we have to understand the scapular waist. ¿Sí? Entonces, la cintura escapular, we want to reject it. So in my plank, I'm not here. No estoy aquí. ¿Sí? Estoy aquí. We did this adjustment in the morning, downward facing dog to plank. Try to, when you are coming from downward facing dog, avoid moving the feet to the front and move them back. If you're moving into the front, it's probably good because you want to feel the heels to touch That's not the purpose of downward facing dog, okay? So don't think about from plank to downward facing dog. Don't think about, I want to pull my heels down. Yes, you do, but that's not the purpose of the practice. ¿Sí? No es el propósito de esta postura. The purpose is to find a space in between each of your vertebrae. So try to avoid doing that wrong alignment of moving the feet front and moving the feet back. As you go in the plank, you push back in downward facing dog. Come back into downward facing dog. Eso, and a little bit more. Downward facing dog. Right here. So you want to avoid moving the feet. No los muevas, okay? From where they are is where they need to be. Don't focus on the heels. Focus on the space of the vertebrae and try to pull the navel in as you do this exercise. Jala tu ombligo hacia adentro. Bring the navel in. Okay, dime 3 more like that. 3 más así. And then I rest it out a little bit. Okay, instructions in here. For plank. I avoid switching my breast like this. Never. You're gonna hurt yourself in the breast. Middle finger needs to be pointing to the front. My hands are not here. Space in between my hands. To be able to be in a handstand, a lot of space in my hands. ¿Sí? Entonces, en un handstand nunca voy a estar así. I will never be like this. They will not support my butt. So I have to open. The same on downward facing dog and plank. Plank is the base. La plancha es tu base. So if you don't plank, if you cannot plank, it's not going to happen never. Doesn't matter how many planks you do if you don't modify the plank. Entonces, think about protraction of the scapular waist. Estoy proactiva. I reject here. I'm here.
That's fine.
We're gonna think that I wanna connect my toes into my breast. So I'm gonna start from here. Entonces, if I want to start playing, I have to understand the engagement in here. Yes, it's a lot of strength, but it's not the strength. It's to know where to put the point of balance. Think about, I want to shift it forward. Lo quiero mandar al frente. How? I have it in here. When you keep it in here, this happens. No te elevas, ¿sí? Maybe you stay here, maybe you stay there. I like to use weights because if I hold it with weights, imagine when I don't have them. My body is way more prepared to keep it, so I can keep it longer. So yes, it's more hard to do it with weights, but it gives you more and more strength in the core. So we're gonna start finding engagement from downward facing dog to plank one more time, and I wanna see chaturangas. Okay, quiero ver sus chaturangas. Meet the plank, and we're gonna start finding chaturanga. Eso. Bien. From your chaturanga, instead of coming into upper facing dog, give me what chaturanga is. And now push it up, push up, push up, push up. Eso. And push to the dog. Eso. Doing fast like that. Cinco así. Okay. See? So if chaturanga is happening properly, beautiful. There you go. I'm gonna start pushing up. Push up. Just 5. 5. If it's not happening, I'm gonna continuously doing that movement in Ashtangasana with knees down. Okay? So it could be knees, it could be planks. And so finish your 5 and rest. Descansa. Coming to the top of the feet. ¿Sí? Fíjate bien. what's happening here? If pushing up is not happening, I can try to put the knees. But one trick that I like to share about chaturanga to become it easier. It's not an easy move, okay? So once that you have it, it's like, shit, I unlock it. It took me 3 years to feel a nice chaturanga. 3 years. And I was like, I thought I was doing it right. No. Till I have it, till you sense it, your body is gonna, there it is. So you try to push it a little bit into the front and try to avoid rotating the elbows externally. The elbows rotation is back into the rib cage. So think about I'm pushing forward like every other handstand or push it forward. So I'm here, estoy aquí. Look the line of my elbows and shoulders. There's no line anymore. So to do it, I push it forward, and from there I bend. I'm gonna put like this in a diagonal so you can all see it. ¿Sí? Entonces estoy aquí. If this is not happening yet, I can do it with my knees. It's the same. Entonces lo hago aquí. I push it to the front. See? Push it to the front a little bit and then lower from there. Give me 1, 2, or 3. In chaturanga, I gaze forward. Miro hacia el frente. That's where I want to go, to the front. Eso. Do your 3 and rest. Descansa. Roll the wrist. Coming up. Entonces estoy aquí, I was here, okay? One good exercise. Good for creating a stretch in the bicep. That is part of what keeps me up. Bicep activation. So I'm gonna try to think about a push-up again, but this time try to think that you're connecting the top of the head to the earth. So you're gonna start here.